And last night I made a post on Grant's Reddit channel that I was going to bring the parabolic dish out to Grant's. And we wanted to do some experiments with his water system, right? He does spirit communication through white noise on the kitchen sink, the faucet. He's got a few different bowls and things he uses. If you don't watch his channel, he gets some amazing stuff on there. So I'm heading out there and we're going to do some experiments. I'm really excited to see not just the parabolic dish, but what can a really good sound recorder do? Will there be a big difference in the voices that he picks up? Will they be super clear? I'm hoping he does this session and we get like super clear. You can hear every word. Sometimes he gets that already, so maybe he just needs a better recorder. The parabolic dish might actually be overkill, so we'll do some tests just with the H2N audio recorder and no parabolic, just in case the parabolic kind of wrecks the experiment. I don't know, we'll do 2 experiments in one. All right, so I made it into Grant's. We're just watching the Ukrainian on the TV here, so I think is that what you're doing? We're gonna do
I'll have to go to the sync with the topic, so I thought by the time this goes up on the channel, it'll probably be a good month between the last Ukraine spirit topic. So we'll talk to the spirits again and see what they have to say about what's going on in what's taken place in the last week. So I'm just writing out some questions here.
So maybe we'll even get some foreshadowing if they tell us stuff that happens that we don't even...
Yeah, we'll work a couple of questions that are like what's going to happen in the next few weeks or whatever.
Okay, so on the Zoom, we're going to change the recording format. I usually record like DVD quality. We're going to change that up to 48 kilohertz 24-bit, which is like better than studio recording. Just to see if that makes any difference. We're talking about these questions on the Ukrainian conflict, and Grant mentions his 3 videos that he just finished working on, which was...
Phil Schneider.
Phil Schneider. He talked about alien bases under the U.S.
Those videos are coming up tomorrow, so I was telling him something interesting that happened last night. Because I looked into this guy a dozen years ago, and there was another crazy guy. Well, I said crazy at the time. His name was Beilek. He was making these videos with Phil at one point.
I remember watching those on YouTube. Strange stuff.
So I was doing a little preview document I'm going to put on my Reddit for you guys to read, explaining, oh, hey, if you're interested in Phil's story here that's going to come up on the channel, check out this guy named Beilek. Now, I haven't looked at him for a dozen years, so I went back. This guy, Beilek, claimed to have time traveled several times into the future, back and forth, and then into the past as well, because he was also military.
Philadelphia experiment, that was him, right? Same guy? Was he part of it?
He actually was on, apparently, according to him, said he was on the ship. Him and his brother time traveled, okay? But the funny thing
is... A lot of conspiracy theory stuff here, guys.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah.
But I looked into it again last night because I haven't touched it in a dozen years. Now, here's the funny thing that I didn't recall. Oh, and I'm getting waves. Here they go again. I was telling him as we were talking. Huge waves. And like the goose pimples are running down both arms as soon as I start mentioning this again. He says he traveled into the future and that they told him the population of Earth was decimated by billions. Now, he said this was in 2005, which obviously didn't happen. But he said when Russia and China went against the world and they caused World War III. And they were down to 300 million population is what Beilek said.
Yeah, crazy. So maybe we'll throw a couple questions to the spirits in this session here. We have to.
It fits with what we're doing. I mean, it's crazy, but I'm definitely getting waves of something here.
Here's a good line of questioning. I heard that Elon Musk challenged Putin to a duel. I don't know if it was guns or sabers, but apparently he challenged him.
Let me Google it. Hold that thought. This week, Musk challenged Russian President Vladimir Putin to a duel over Russia's Ukraine. And then the actual quote is, I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat. Stakes are Ukraine. Musk tweeted on Monday.
Yeah, and then apparently there was questions people were asking him, are you serious? And he said, absolutely. These are the important questions, guys. This is why I'm here, right? We need to know who's going to win a duel between Elon Musk and Putin. Another line of questioning that we need to follow up on is the Ghost of Kyiv. He's a reported air ace who is cleaning up the skies over Ukraine.
Yeah, I'm just looking at an article here. So he may be fiction. We don't know. I mean, obviously the Ukrainians may be using that as propaganda. So it just says that shortly after the Russia invasion began, unconfirmed rumors spread widely across the internet of a mysterious Ukrainian fighter pilot in a MiG-29 gunning down 6 enemy aircraft within the first hour of the war. And I just got a huge whoosh of goose pimples across my neck again, so I don't know what they're trying to tell me, but something. They're definitely, we're going to have to ask about that, if that guy exists for sure.
Yeah, that, to me, that's the stuff we want to know about.
Well, it's interesting for sure.
Grant and I have a theory that President Zelensky is, in fact, the Ghost of Kyiv. He's moonlighting as a MiG-29 pilot.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Racking up those Russian kills.
Shit, you've been filming me with my hair like this and you never said nothing?
I'm not your hairstylist, dude. I'm just here for experiments.
Okay, we have 20 questions we're going to ask about the Ukraine war, and we'll go from there. I got to get the setup done of all the devices here in the echo chamber.
YouTube newbie doesn't know enough to cover his hair. So we're just talking about the parabolic dish and the zoom setup here. What I'm suggesting is that every 4 questions we change the position and use of the microphone. We're going to do 4 questions with the parabolic dish upstairs, 4 questions just with the recorder, then move it down here into the echo chamber, do 4 questions attached to the parabolic dish, do 4 questions without the dish. That way, if he gets any responses that are crystal clear, we're thinking about buying him one for the channels. What this experiment is about is, will a better microphone give better responses?
Now, the Yeti's a good mic. Don't let him knock it. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but we will see.
It's an experiment. We don't know until we try it. All right, so this is the basic setup. We've got the Yeti mic going to record on this side. He's going to set up his water fountains and stuff in the sink. We've got the parabolic dish right here. I'm going to crank it on maximum. We'll do 4 questions with the parabolic dish, 4 without, and then we'll move downstairs, same thing.
That's on, then we switch over to this. We're operational. Good morning, spirits. How are you doing today? We have 20 questions for you. Do you know what the topic of the day is? Okay, we're looking into an update on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. We're testing a new device. Do you know what it is?
I forgot to press record.
Oh.
Okay, there. The Zoom is now recording.
We're now testing the new device. What do the spirits think of the war between Russia and Ukraine?
It was also reported that citizens of Mariupol are being taken back to Russia against their will and placed in camps. Is this true?
Let's do 5 because you can get 4 switches, right? Are these people that are being taken back to the camps, are they being treated fairly and humanely?
Okay, so I'll move the dish downstairs. We'll do 5 questions down there. Then we'll bring it back up and do without the dish.
How many Russian generals have been reportedly killed as of today by the Ukrainians? China has openly admitted they have a strong partnership with Russia. Will the Chinese support the Russians with actual ground troops? If not, will they support the war monetarily or via technology? there any truth to the claims made by Beilek, who claimed to travel into the future, where he was told that the world's population was decimated by a war caused by Russia and China? Al claimed he was told that Earth's population fell to 300 million. Is that true?
Does the fighter pilot known as the Ghost of Kyiv actually exist? You want me to try that one again in a second?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna redo that. The dog barked. Does the fighter pilot known as the Ghost of Kyiv actually exist? How many confirmed Russian kills does the Ghost have? Does the mere mention of the Ghost of Kyiv strike fear in the hearts of the Russian pilots? And the most important question, is President Zelensky in fact the Ghost of Kyiv?
All right, you spirits have a message for me today.
Do you spirits have a message for me today? So the point of this is to see if this microphone is any better, and then we tried 4 different scenarios. So Grant will update at the end. You guys will know, you'll hear it. If any of the answers are super clear, he'll tell you whether it had the parabolic on it or whether it was just by itself. And we'll know right away when he analyzes them, is it worth him to get one of these?